MSX Superbike Top 6 overtaking.
But as you can see, going down from third position, fourth, fifth, then you're starting to see 1, 2, 3 seconds gap here as well. So you can see some formidable riders right now in comparison to like 20.
That actually is a very, very good brake move from Zahid. Coming in from out of turn 15.
Number 5.
Yeah, there's a Super 400 right now.
Yeah, it's close. It is close.
Just, I mean, the two strokes really have it on the straights.
It's between Jalani and Muhammad Azri. Into the last turn.
Coming from inside, Jalani took. Yeah, he just took it inside.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's nice when you can see, like, 2 strokes and 4 strokes sharing a different
And
horsepower.
they swap over. Who's it going to be across the line?
They're all drafting. If you can see this, they're all drafting in one line. This is very similar with Moto3, where everyone has the similar horsepower. Everyone needs to draft. Everyone needs to get that very, very inches of the wrist.
Number 4.
Okay, that's third and fourth. If we can get 7th, the battle for 7th will be
Diraj is coming from the inside. Nice brake work. Nice brake work from Diraj. Are we looking for a switchback on turn 10?
Has he gone too deep? Nah, he holds on to it, man.
That's really nice. Diraj holds his line on the inside.
Number 3.
Okay, we're looking at, this is it, the battle for 4th.
Someone's coming from outside, inside, outside, everywhere.
Jin's
Jin
coming
is
in.
on the brake. He's a little bit lesser on the brake.
He runs
He runs a
wide.
little bit wide. Someone's going to take a switchback.
I think that's Zulazmi. Jin's got
I
this.
think Jin managed to push Zul Azmi off on the track.
I wonder whether Noor Azmi is
line.
going to be able to take advantage of all this.
Yeah, he's probably thinking,
You see?
you don't steal my line, bro.
Number 2.
Can Osama's 1 liter outbreak charge from the
Speeding
inside?
into turn 15.
From the inside.
Can he make it? Oh my god.
Okay, could that be a
That's-
switchback? Osama is running wide.
Oh no. Oh.
Shah did a switchback. This is his only chance, but he blew it.
That was really
That was a great
unfortunate, but
switchback.
it was a good effort
Shah
done by
1, Osama 2.
Top 1.
Going to try and get it close.
What is constantly looking
Attacking
for the
into
inside.
turn 9.
On the brakes, coming in, he's forced Azwan back on a wider line. Takes it off. I guess we are looking for a switchback on a turn 10.
Switchback again.
Is that switchback?
And who's it
And
going to be?
Azwan leads back again.
Out of
Down
the
on the
brakes.
brakes.
Wheel to wheel.
What defends his position after 2 turns of switchbacks.
Terkejut dia, muka besar-besar semua.
Boleh kan nak? Testing.
Nick, we can hear you. I think you kena unmute your mic.
Sorry. Sorry, my bad. First time live, so lupa buka mic. Anyway, guys, welcome to our Borak session. We are waiting. I think Nicholas got disconnected. We are waiting for him. Nicholas Ha from High Ref. Anyway, guys, now we have Liu, on board with us. He's from MSF, the MSF race promoter. We have Azwan, of course, everybody know him. Brab, Mr. Brab lagi. And we got one guest disconnected just now. I think he's trying to connect back. I'm waiting for him. But anyway, well, we will start today. Our topic is very simple. COVID has left a very huge dent in our our motorsport industry, and I was wondering what are the impacts and challenges that as organizer yourself, both of you, are facing during this COVID. So, what do you think about the COVID issue and the motorsport industry?
Who's gonna go first?
Yeah, go ahead. You, yeah, go ahead.
I think that the initial time that we had this COVID-19, it sort of like took us by shock because just about less than a week, just a few days before our race, of course with the government change and stuff like that, all these things going on, then we were caught with our pants down lah, to be honest. Then, but of course, from the participant side and also the from our organizing side, I guess everyone's really matured about it because it's not really like an organizing issue because it's more like a worldwide issue, you see. So handling the expectation on that time was a real challenge, but of course everything was okay because the participants all were great. They were understanding enough. Although we felt bad for some of the participants that actually came all the way from Singapore, and they were driving out already halfway through to Sepang, but they have to make a U-turn. So that's quite a sad one lah.
Yeah, I remember the one when we heard that MSF is going to run, and suddenly there's an announcement from the government saying no. That was really bad, man.
Yeah,
that was like last minute. Yeah.
No
What
one
about
had
you,
the experience.
Azwan? Yeah, Azwan. So macam mana your side impact dia teruk tak kena?
I think first of all, I would like to thank you, Nick, and Ministry of Superbike for inviting me on behalf of BRAP. And then secondly, I would like to make a disclaimer because in your description, so there are 3 Otais. So I'm not Otai at all. So the other 2 you are.
No.
Right, so okay. Then the third one, to answer your question, the biggest challenge. So our tagline is #Mesti Berat Lagi. So now the biggest challenge, people start mocking us, bila nak berat lagi. So that is the biggest challenge. Bila nak berat lagi. So and then for us, Berat Motorsport, kita organizing track day and championship, naming as a Berat Track Attack with Boss as our title sponsor for second consecutive years. The challenge for track day and both lah, track day and race, we cannot imagine macam mana nak run the event with the new SOP like 1 meter social distancing, limited numbers of riders, limited numbers of visitors. So we have no idea at all. So macam mana nak run the event, but by hook or by crook, we as a passion in motorsport, we have to try. Then we can only have the answer how to run the event, either track day or racing during this COVID or post-COVID SOP. So to make it simple, we also have no idea yet how to run. It's still under discussion among us. We hopefully by July after Raya, then we think we have a way forward how to run our event lah. But of course, absolutely, we are not going. Most probably, we are not going to run any championship for this year. So maybe one-off kita dah try buat first round. Then we see what need to be done, what need to be revised, in terms of procedures. Of course, getting advice from the authorities and MAM lah. So tak ada lagi idea macam mana nak buat the best part.
So MSF, any plans to run after this? I mean, after this COVID thing, you know. Later we come to the announcement made by Sepang. But for now, I just would like to know for now, MSF, any plans to proceed? How many rounds you're going to have for this year?
We do. In fact, like ever since they announced the new SOP that they say that you're allowed to run but without spectators, you can do this but not that. So we are still working around the SOPs. Of course, some of the SOPs, well, some of it makes sense. Some of it, I think, could be questioned. Is a bit questionable lah. Like for example, like the recent one, the track day. I think this one a lot of people would really want to hear about this. 10 orang sekali keluar.
You're talking about this one, right? You saw
Yeah,
this one?
I mean, I mean, every organization, I suppose they have their own method of dealing with things. So I was thinking that, yeah, I mean, it's a good move, but I just think that it may be a little bit too extreme lah. Just this from my personal opinion. That because after I read this, I was thinking it's like, hold on, like how about those people that's riding to work on a daily basis? They do not have like 10 people per lane or so, right? And speaking about like, you know, how many people should or should not be in a pit, then I think it is also a bit questionable because just now I just went to Mid Valley anyway, just get some stuff, do some groceries. In maybe like a 2,500 or 3,000 square feet area, they are able to accommodate like about 35 packs per time. With or without social distancing, because when you're in a shopping center, you don't have like a specific bracket to be at on viewing whatever goods that you want to buy. So imagine like from for a racetrack, that's like I don't know, like we have like a few kilometers of radius in within the track. So I suppose like social distancing in the track is very, very much possible. So I don't think that the 10% per time on the track, I don't know, I have questions. I hope someone can correct me if I'm wrong lah. But I just thought that, you know, to the extreme of that, because motorcycle is not really a contact sport such as like football, rugby, or whatever not. And in fact, we are all in our gears. So I mean, like imagine like if someone just decided to sneeze at 200 km per hour, macam where's he gonna go? I mean, like I'm sure we can relate to that, right? Macam tak logic pula. I was just thinking about that lah.
Yeah, right. So we have Nicholas on board with us right now. So sorry to interrupt, but Nicholas on board finally came back because of the poor connection. I hope it's not because of COVID. The connection is very bad. Anyway, I understand Nicholas have something to say about the Sepang, some feedback also about the 10% per session, including crew regulation. Do you think it makes sense?
No, obviously no. Because when you talk about 10% per session, the track cost, the track fees is going to be very high. So you see, the rental of the track, there's a huge amount, okay? So if you divide into, if the organizer divides into, let's say 10 participants for the track day, it's going to cost a huge bomb of pain in the pocket for the participants, you know? For people like us, you know, our riders go for training, you know, we pay for their training, and, you know, the track fees is too huge because we are not taking one session or you know, just for today, you know, just for once a year or what, no, we're taking a few sessions in probably in the next 1-2 months, right? So if you're paying, you know, fees for 10 participants, imagine 10 participants, each of them has to fork out for maybe a 1-day track fees, probably about what, 6,000? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite painful, you know.
Right, understand. So guys, you know, MotoGP, and also we heard from Datuk Razlan saying that, like Liu just now said, that they are going to have a closed door race. So I understand there's some impact for closed door race because there's nobody can watch. Is there any? Would it be a big issue? What are the issues that can cause for organizer and also the race team? Will race team be happy because, you know, like people like Nicholas, you guys have high res sponsoring, but no crowds, nobody watching, you know. So would it be a decision? Would you guys make a decision like to join or not to join a race, like for cases like this?
Obviously, it has got a lot of effect on the sponsorship, you know, because there's a huge amount of money spent on the race team. So you see, if everything is only a closed door event, it's going to be quite an issue for the sponsors. Our sponsors will probably, I mean, if there's live feed, then maybe they can consider. But if there's no live feed and then closed door, so it's going to be quite an issue for the sponsors. Yeah, and also the other thing I also want to talk about is I hope the race organizers will not squeeze all the races between this next 6 months, because if you squeeze in the next 6 months, okay, coming from a sponsor, the money spent on the sponsorship is it hasn't got the mileage, the one full season maybe it consists about what 8-9 months, 8-9 months. It stretches 8-9 months of what do you call it? The exposure of 8-9 months. To cut it short to 6 months, although the same amount of races, same amount of races, same amount of rounds, but it actually compressed everything between 6 months. Is we're going to lose the impact of the money spent,
Right.
So
what about Azwan? Any impact from your side since now closed door?
I think closed door. I believe MAM haven't firm up the final SOP regarding like closed door. So it's still subject to the track owner, either closed door or limited numbers of visitors and riders. But what we have discussed last 2-3 weeks with the MAM committee and others organizers, there's still possibility of visitors, but need to be limited up to certain amount that tak confirm lagi lah. So kalau buat closed door, that's like I mentioned just now, kita pun tak ada. Can you imagine race event tapi macam Borak kita buat dekat go-kart track macam elite sepang go-kart, so crowd kita sentiasa penuh lah dekat grandstand. So unless dekat SIC tu memang besar, even event lain pun tak penuh juga, but for us Borak dekat track kecil, so penuh, memang sentiasa penuh. So race without visitors or crowd susah lah, tak boleh imagine. Even riders pun I think they can't feel the excitement racing without any visitors. So I cannot imagine. We have to try.
Okay, coming back to the spectators thing. Okay, you see, because if you talk about other main races, there's not many spectators. Okay, it's not enough spectators. But when it comes to MSF and BRAB, these are all spectator sport. I mean, look at the paddock itself. The amount of people coming to MSF race, to BRAB race, is all more on the spectators than anything. It's the excitement. But for other races, you don't have that many crowd. You don't have that kind of crowd, because maybe I don't know. I think to me, MSF, BRAB, all this brings in a lot of spectators. It's good.
The might need to add on a little bit on the spectator side lah, because we do realize that in terms of spectators, right? Yes, true. If you want to see it as a physical spectators, right, there's about a few thousand of them, but there's even more that is online. If you can see, right, the online activities of each site, if I would say, like maybe like you can see on MSF and also on BRAB site, right, it's a very very heavy activity on their Facebook group and also page. So therefore, right, I think that at such times like this, I think we have to make do, because like for MotoGP, they have a lot of like ticketing sales and stuff like that. So it brings in a lot of income for people to actually pay for the tickets and the paddocks. But for people like us, I think our our grandstand is free anyway. We don't charge. So in terms of like from the organizer side or promoter side, we do lose a lot in terms of like revenue in ticketing sales for the paddock. But in terms of like sponsor side, I dare say with the online presence nowadays, because all riders are somehow linked in Facebook somehow or rather. You know, try adding any riders. You'll see any of our names in mutual friends. So in to make up of like whatever lack of presence, physical presence, we say, I think that on our side we would increase more online presence, which I think during our life, of course, unfortunately, we are not able to do it right now because it's bloody costly. But at the same time, when we are running our live, the time we have actually recorded like somewhere between like 20,000-30,000 people, which I think it's a very fair amount for national race lah, right? For someone that we just started anyways.
Yeah.
So I hope that that can help you to get some idea there, Nicholas.
not this Nicholas, the other Nicholas.
Because it's big. I mean, we have been to MSF, to Borak, all these are all, it's spectators. It's like you go there, it's like a carnival.
Yeah.
People actually buy paddock passes to go in to watch.
Yeah, that's true. At the same time, also you should see like during our races that time, the online activities is really heavy. In fact, like during our race, we have to actually employ someone to manage the social media. Because due to the heavy traffic of like like response and stuff like that. So some people like last minute like, I need race ke? Tak tahu pun, okay, jom datang. Stuff like that. If you can't make it, then there's always picture updates, and there's I mean, with the recent cases now, I guess we need to employ more photographers to make it feel as though like as close as possible to the track itself without being there physical. I mean, we have to make do. We can't change the law, but we can certainly work around something like that lah.
Right.
Photographer good. So I guess photographers that's watching right now, I might call you.
So I would say that right now we are going with a race whenever, even though there's SOPs in place, we still go for a race. Am I right?
Yeah. Because as much as like it's like we can a lot of people, they might say it's like, oh yeah, like because of COVID, so we're not supposed to go out and stuff like that. I don't know, shopping center is really packed today.
No, to be honest with you, I think the shopping center, the risk of getting COVID is higher than in Sepang.
It's way higher.
Leo, let me ask you something, Leo. Okay, if a restaurant can allow people to dine in, and you only in such a small area, you can allow people to dine in. What about a track? You only
most importantly, we are saying is like the air circulation within a confined area. And Sepang, as we know, right, is forever windy, if not raining. We are moving towards end of the year. So I guess with proper SOP, I would, if I were to talk to some policymakers if they are listening, then that'd be good. As much as like people go into the mall, like before the boom bar, right, they actually track their temperatures. And then while you're inside the shop, the retail outlets, you actually check your temperature again. And every once in a while, you go to another shop. I think today I went to Mid Valley. I think I had my temperature checked about 7 times. And it's still... you may say that it's unnecessary, but because everyone is adopting the SOP like blindly, because logically speaking, if your main door has already had your temperature check, by right, maybe you can fill up your Google form, which is we can scan the RF, what do you call it, the barcode or whatever not, right, to state that I checked into this mall and this is my day pass. So I'm allowed to, walk around in Mid Valley for another 6 hours, assuming 6 hours is where the virus kicked in lah. Like sometimes viral infection might cost you about 4 hours, as from what I see from WebMD lah. So if it's around that time, so yeah, after 4 hours it's already expired, then you should renew your day pass. Then you can get your latest reading. So with that SOP itself, that will greatly hinder people that's having fever. And for racers, right, participants, I don't think you got fever, you want to go race lah. Seriously lah. You can't even wear your suit, let alone race. So if you're doing closed door, participants they are self-aware. even if you are having fever, I don't think you want to drive to the mall, let alone racing in the track. Kan? I mean, like, tak logic. But of course,
you
we have
just
to
want
run
to go
that.
out
We
lah.
have to- yeah, we just run the SOP lah. Okay, then we are all in full suit. We are covered from head to toe. The only place that we might be exposed is our neck. Itu pun macam Azwan don't have. So, so he's, it's like it's like, doesn't make sense. It could be done. I believe that with discussions with the MEMs and stuff, the officials, right? I think we can bring it to some sense where we are able to run it, but with the SOP.
Right.
That's what I
So
thought. That's what I thought.
I have a question from spectators. You can see here. How many riders do you think is okay for track day during this pandemic? For track day, of course, you guys are race organizer, but you also have both of you has experience organizing track day. So, what do you think the numbers of riders is okay for track day?
I don't think the number will ever be sufficient during the COVID. Seriously, whatever the cost that is going to be borne, right, is going to be by the riders. So, of course, like, we don't hope. Because we ride ourselves. I mean, who wants to go to an ultra expensive track day, even if it's exclusive? Like, you can ride in 5 people, in a track and stuff. But to answer that, from my rough calculation just now, right, if you can fit 35 people in a retail outlet, a size of like maybe 3,000 square feet, by right, we should be able to gauge how many people per square feet that we are able to stand. So in Sepang, right, we are not even talking about square feet, we are talking about acres or hectares. So, we can work out the maths, certainly. And I don't think that riders should be limited on the racetrack, but rather they should be limited in the paddock.
Yeah, right. You're right in the sense that you're right. So, and right, for race team, the cost of running, just now you said that the cost is very high, but now since there's a limitation on the numbers of people can take part in a pit, for example, so the numbers of crew will go down. So would it lower down the cost as well significantly?
No.
Or just a little?
No. You see, the problem is, as a team, when we set up a team, we have calculated the mechanics, the crew. All right. Of course, we try to keep it as minimum as possible, because any amount of crew is going to cost you amount of money, right? So we're trying to keep it to the what you call it, comfortable amount of people running the team. So if you ask me to reduce it, how many can I reduce?
Right. So
everyone the team has got a job to do.
Yeah, understand. So for your case, just roughly, Nicholas, if I may ask, for some of spectators may not know how big the team would be. I mean, of course, we are taking, for example, like last year you have one rider in MSBK 600 Group A, Helmi Asman, who actually won second overall.
Yeah.
So for his team, roughly how many people will be in the team?
Minimum 5.
5. You in MSF racing, how many people in the team? In the team normally that you see?
Okay, I'll be very honest with you. I had anything between 0 to about 2 only. I mean, there are some teams that comes with more people, but to be honest, like we can't compare that in the sense. Although we are racing in Sepang, we are also racing national series and stuff like that. But the amount of lap that we have in MSF and the way it's being run is pretty much like as long as you get your things ready, you get in, you race, and you can go back home. So we even have riders who rode from Singapore all the way to Sepang on the same day of race, registered himself, raced, and he rode back without any pit crews. I'm not saying that I would suggest people to do so, but it's merely because of the nature of the race that allows MSF riders to do so. But if let's say you asked me to go in the MSBK and do something like that, I don't think it's possible. 5 people, I think, is a very good amount already. And in fact, it's enough lah. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it's really just enough.
Right. Bro Azwan, so how about your team? Normally, how many people in the team? I saw more than 600 people in the race.
Borak, Team Boss Borak Track Attack Championship. So I can say more than 90% are the privateers, meaning that they come like Liu cakap tadi, they come from home riding. So bawa
Walk-in rider. Walk-in racer.
So they are the riders who race, and they also the mechanics, they also the crew, and semua lamsam sekali.
Yeah.
So most of riders macam tu. So I think for us, it's not a big issue for the riders. Even last 2 weeks, we have discussed with our riders, BTA riders. We just shared to them what is our way forward and what is going on for the Borak event. So we suggested that we limit the riders 1 to 4. Meaning 1 riders, maximum 4 crews lah. So they have no agreement on that arrangement. So that is part of our proposed SOP, which we are still working out to propose to the officials lah, seeking for their advice.
A little thing I need to add, if it's like, for example, right, in MSF we have like a team of people in a single paddock. Let's say six riders in a single paddock, and to most of them when they share a single paddock, right, they do share the same mechanic as well. So maybe right, you can have somewhere between like 6 riders, but it's being shared by, they are sharing like 2 mechanics. And maybe like 1 or 2 roadie lah, just ikut jalan, like the acai lah, do whatever things not. So it's about 4 people to serve 6 riders, and it's very much possible in MSF, very very much possible.
Even in MSPK also, even in MSPK there are some teams that shares mechanics, because there are those race support mechanics that actually manages maybe 3 riders, and they have a team of three mechanics to 3 riders,
Yes,
it's possible.
yes.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible.
Right. So I think the time is almost up. I just would like to summarize it. In summary, this year, the moment MAM release out the SOP or Kementerian or KBS or KKM release the SOP, we are going for a race. So I think as to all the racers who are watching this right now, we have words from the race team manager, Lucas Sa from High Ref Racing. We have MSF promoter, Mr. Liu, a very famous guy in Facebook as well. And also we have this Mesti Brab lagi, Bro Azwan. So all these people are the key. Like Azwan said, I have to say this, Azwan, you guys are Otais. I know, really Otais. So
please exclude me. Please
anyway, so I think thank you very much. For people who have questions, you guys can leave comment, and I will connect your questions to all of them so they can answer your questions, because now the time is up. So thanks guys. But just after your leave, for spectators, please stay back, because we have, or you guys want to stay back, it's okay. I have another 5 minutes to do lucky draw. I have the grand prize. Okay, like with me right now, this is the only one made in Japan. Actual made in Japan tires, because my other company bought in. So RMC 830, and also I'm giving out 2 the 66 RFID waist pouch. So I think my guys behind here are going to stand by. Are you ready, Frederick? Are you ready? We are waiting. You are ready? So while we wait, let's watch again one more time the excitement of the 2 videos that we have, which is MSF and also from Borak. Okay, let's watch one more time.
Liu, cheers.
MSF Superbike Toxic Overtaking.
But as you can see, going down from 3rd position, 4th, 5th, then you're starting to see 1, 2, 3 seconds gap here as well. So you can see some formidable riders right now in comparison to like 20.
That actually is a very, very good break move from Zahid, coming in from out of turn 15.
Number 5.
Yeah, there's a Super 400 right now.
Yeah, it's close. It is close.
The 2 strokes really have it on the straights.
It's between Jalani and Muhammad Azri. Into the last turn.
Coming from inside, Jalani he just took it inside.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's nice when you can see like 2 strokes and 4 strokes sharing a different
And
horsepower.
they swap over. Who's it going to be across the line?
They're all drafting. If you can see this, they're all drafting in one line. This is very similar with Moto3, where everyone has the similar horsepower. Everyone needs to draft. Everyone needs to get that very inches off the wrist.
Number 4.
Okay, that's third and fourth. If we can get 7, the battle for 7 will be
Dheeraj is coming from the inside. Nice brake work. Nice brake work from Dheeraj. Are we looking for a switchback on turn 10?
Has he gone too deep? Nah, he holds on to it, man.
That's really nice. Dheeraj holds his line on the inside.
Number 3.
Okay, we're looking at, this is it, the battle for 4th.
Someone's coming from outside, inside, outside, everywhere.
Jin's
Jin
coming
is
in.
on the brake. He's a little bit lesser on the brake.
He runs
a
wide.
little bit wide. Someone's going to take a switchback.
I think that's Zulazmi. Jin's got this.
I think Jin managed to push Zul Azmi off on a track.
I wonder whether
he
Noor
maintains the
Azmi is
line.
going to be able to take advantage of all this.
Yeah, he's probably thinking,
You see?
you don't steal my line, bro.
Number 2.
Can Osama's 1 liter outbreak charge from the
speeding
inside?
into turn 15.
From the inside.
Can he make it? Oh my god.
Okay, could there be a
That's-
switchback? Osama is running wide.
Oh no. Oh.
Shah did a switchback. This is his only chance, but he blew it.
That was really
That was a great
unfortunate, but
switchback.
it was a good effort
Shah
done by
1, Osama 2.
Top 1.
Going to try and get it close.
What is constantly looking
Attacking
for the
into
inside.
turn 9.
On the brakes, coming in, he's forced Azwan back on a wider line. Takes it off. I guess we are looking for a switchback on a turn 10.
Switchback again.
Is that switchback?
And who's it
And
going to
Azwan leads back again.
Out of
Down
the
on the
brakes.
brakes.
Wheel to wheel.
What defends his position after 2 turns of switchbacks.
Okay, Razwan still kat sini
Menang ada.
So
Boleh menang.
sekarang I will do the lucky draw. So I leave it to you lah, bro. Bro, you can say apa tu? Tak clear lah kejap Maybe line lambat kot. Is it clear on your side? I kurang nampak lah. So we have how many? I think we have about 12 or 15 people commented. So we are giving out the 15 people commented. So I think Frederick can actually press the. It's not clear lah.
Tak nampak.
It's very clear. Tak nampak sangat kan?
Ya.
Kejap. Frederick. Sorry, my guys behind is doing it. The lucky draw thing. I think the line here is very bad. The internet tu memang slow lah. Frederick, can you press? Just press it. Let's see who is going to win. Okay. Tak apalah, we see whether can clear or not. Sekejap dia tengah spin. Nampak nama dia tak? I cannot see the names. I cannot see the names.
Even you can see.
Yeah, I cannot see the names. Frederick, can you type the name out for me in the private chat? David Chong. The name is David Chong. Okay, so the David Chong is gonna win one of these back. Okay, this one is out. I have another one. I'm so sorry because the thing cannot see, but the admin is giving me the names. Frederick, one more time spin. The next winner for this thing. Who is the team? This one cannot. This one cannot. This one is Azwan himself. This one cannot. This one cannot. It's the guest speaker. One more time, please. Azwan, just now you won, but you are the guest speaker, so we have to give to the people who commented. Andrew CCH, so winner number 2. And the grand prize right now is the IRC tire. Frederick, can you spin one more time? I'm sorry, guys, it's very blur, but everything is recorded now because of the line. So, Frederick, who is the winner? Zach Zorro. So, all right, thanks, Frederick. So, guys, we have these few person. We will contact you. Okay, we will contact you on Facebook and we will send the gifts to you. So, thank you very much. I hope you guys had some information about the racetrack, the race, everything today. So, thank you very much for watching. We'll be in touch. Anything you need to ask, leave a question at the comment below. I'll get 3 of them to answer. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.